everyone, I'm Rohini D. I'm an IRS Officer of the 2008 batch. Welcome to Officers on Duty. Today I'll be talking something about a typical schedule of an IRS officer. Waking up in the morning, since I'm going to have a very long day away from home, my priority is always my children, my family. And now due to COVID situation, life has become a little more gizmo skewed. So the first thing I look up to is whether all my gizmos, my gadgets are in place for the online classes of my children. I plan my day. I send the links to the concerned people who can help my children in my absence to connect to the online classes. I rush through my daily chores of bathing, cleaning, and have a quick bite. Give a quick bite to the kids because they also have a tough, at least half a day because they have back-to-back classes. And once that is done, I rush to office. I'm expected to be a role model in the office, being a senior officer. So I reach here in time between 10 and 10:30. The day starts with taking stock of what is there for the day, what is left behind yesterday, and what am I expected to do today, and what can be postponed to the next few days. Not much time do I get because currently I'm holding 2 charges. So I have very little time to spend time on planning. It's just a mental makeup, and then the day is set rolling. I have my people coming in for a review, of my perusal of the files. So I have very little time to plan the day. The day starts very early when I reach the office. Hardly find any time in between to probably check how the kids are, what they're doing. So I have an app on my mobile phone which has a connectivity which shows me what the kids are doing at home. So maybe in between sometimes I just ping and see what they're doing. I hope they're safe. And then the journey continues, the daily routine. Being in a very responsible position and having one of my signature will have impact on crores of revenues that we will be generating. So utter cautiousness, utter diligence is required in my work. So the files that are brought to me are worth crores of rupees of revenue, and I have to exercise due diligence and bear in mind the impact that it is going to have on the national exchequer. So we are trained well. I'm trained in National Academy of Direct Taxes and I'm very well equipped to handle it. So with that confidence, we carry on. There are always superiors to assist, to guide us, and the subordinates to assist us. With this, the daily grind, by the time I come to the lunch hour, substantial work of that has been planned mentally is done. My lunch hour is highly squeezed because currently I am also juggling 2 charges. So I have just 10 minutes of quick bite and then maybe 10 minutes of relaxation. And then I'm back in the chair to attend to the work that has been waiting for me. Talking about the 2 charges that I hold, one is related to admin. I'm expected to take a call on the infrastructure matters, the human resource, which also require enough time and attention. The other charge that I hold pertains to assessment of the searched cases. And these are highly sensitive. So I need to divide my time between the 2 charges. Though there is no strict delineation of how I plan my work, I flow with the work as and when it comes. Since in both the charges I am at a supervisory level, I have adequate officers, subordinate officers who bring it up to me. And it is my duty to look into the things, whether they have been done correctly, assessed correctly, proposed correctly, and if not, then suggest necessary changes and guide them through the process. As an admin head, as I mentioned, besides infrastructure and human resource, I'm expected to coordinate between the various wings of the department It is also the coordination. It is a nodal office for coordination. So that also is a sapping in terms of time and energy. So I keep up my confidence and energy level by thinking of what this is going to give as an end result, and the thought of end result gives me a lot of happiness, keeps me going, motivates me, and motivates me to work further. The end result of probably creating a new infrastructure for the department, the end result of placing the right human resource for this kind of work, the end result of achieving effective coordination between the departments gives me a lot of satisfaction. And at the end of the day, I have this satisfaction in my heart with which I go home, that today's day has passed off well and I have achieved to a certain extent, and I need to continue this momentum for the rest of the week, and get going and achieve the end results that gives me satisfaction. Once I wind up at the office, I'm on the way back home. I have a little bit of a hangover will be there of the office. So once I sit in the vehicle, I still have thoughts about how I wound up, whether there's any further instruction I need to give, was something left behind. So about 15-20 minutes or 30 minutes after I leave the office, I'm still wired in to the office work. But once I step in home, it is all gone. As they say, children are great anti-stress busters, and the change of the nature of duty from professional to personal itself brings a lot of cheer and energy to carry through the rest of the day. Once I'm back home, as I said, priority is children. They need to be. I need to take stock what they have done through the class, whether they have studied, whether they've grasped, and if they've grasped, the concepts need to be revised. Then a bit of time is lost in video call with my husband, who is posted away as SP in Amakkal, who is an IPS officer of the 2010 batch. So a bit of time is spent in our chats, in our family conversation. We enjoy that bit of the day when the children get to connect with the father after a long, hard day. It is one of the most pleasurable moments of the day. And next day is the daily grind again, waiting for all of us. Our weekends, there is no fixed schedule because sometimes Saturdays we do end up working either half a day or full day, though it's a 5-day week. Sundays are completely ours, of course. So there's no fixed schedule for the weekend. It is not that every weekend is a play one, and not every weekend is hard work. Some of the weekends I snatch to rush to a nearby place for the kids to have a sightseeing, because now they have been deprived of outings due to COVID situation. So we snatch some small happinesses through small trips nearby. Sundays are largely, I prefer, at least we as a family prefer, to be indoors silently, enjoy the sunrise, sunset, and the afternoon lunches and chats, family chat. Yes, I do have hobbies like reading and music. Reading interests me usually on the weekends, because music requires a certain temperament to sit down at a place, and it is a sort of meditation. So it does not happen very frequently. I read books, sometimes I practice music, and children also play some musical instruments as part of their extracurriculars. So some time is spent on giving them the motivation to carry out their extracurricular activities. A lot of aspirants think that probably the visible services, being IAS and IPS, or for that matter IRS, are the only services which actually give you a platform to make a difference. But it's not so. It's a myth. Every service in this spectrum of civil service offers you a huge platform to give something back to the society. Go all out for your preparation. Do not be bogged down by any obstacle. Yes, it is difficult. The journey tests you, and that is the beauty, because this journey is preparing you for something bigger in life. So take the journey head on, enjoy the process. One quote that always keeps me going, which my husband often tells me, वह कौन सा उगता जो हो नहीं सकता? What is it that you cannot do? What is it that cannot be done? Which is very popular in English as impossible is a word not to be found in your dictionary. So go all out, enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. Never be bogged down by the failures, because this is the testing ground for your future. Stay motivated, enjoy the journey. Hope to see you all soon as young officers in the field.